How about my dearly beloved YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video and I am going to explain to you how the secondary mission of May 2025 works, and we are going to see how to play it and apart week number 1. Okay friends, then it's called Because Your Enemies Are Well Informed and You Are Only the Aspirants. It is no mystery that Thunder will resonate this month. You only have until June 5 to face some very well prepared villains in the following events. Declassified Aspirant, which is as such the mission. Secondary, the Aspirant is a powerful being in the battle. He's always there to help. He fights for good and seems to know exactly how to do the job. However, it appears that his secret files with character information have been leaked, and a number of ill-advised villains are attempting to invoke their own victories. Some of the expanded members of the Underbot team have decided to wreak havoc in the battle and share this dangerous data among themselves. Each week you will face some of these enemies, either direct map boss or test your team. Size with devilish challenges that will increase the challenge and rewards your characters will face. We have him in the special male Simus individual element. He always looks out for his own interests and has a backup plan in case the declassified mission goes wrong. Participating in individual anchored element, defeating characters with the Thunderboys tag in the male's name, earn more points giving characters with the Saga tag. So even the Thunderboys lose, at least the Phoenix Force could be deterred. Then we also have special individual targets. Sometimes a Thunderbolt needs encouragement to get back to Earth. Participate in the individual objective Ruin Bearer, defeating the weekly bosses of the aspirants declassified missions with your characters. The Saga Pack tag brings special rewards, and then we have Electries such monthly as always worth. So friends, in this case we do not have any type of entry. That what this does is make it easier to be able to enter the mission. Simply in the individual event we have this anchor mission that is going to exactly points are scored using a Saga tag character, okay? Defeating a Saga tag character and defeating characters labeled as Thunderbolt. Okay, in this case, the rewards you are already seeing are in this case 3500 grade 4 alpha fragments, a 6 awakening gem crystal, 6 relic shards and mysterium. Okay, but really where is the secondary mission and what is it that we're going through right now? Well, you are already seeing it on the screen. Secondary mission, we have Red Hulk from GF. And we're going to go in this case at threat level 5. I always recommend that you go for the threat that is easiest for you. We are going to select characters from the same saga to score us in the declassified event. And that would actually be the explanation for the secondary mission. You just have to be doing what I just told you and taking this little path. In this case, I always recommend that you go to the right on your own characters, so you have more prizes. In this case, we offer ourselves to Abomination when among those near the defender before the defender has an improvement in regeneration. The person who gives you the unique improvements earns a 9% power bar, since he is then with our friend Vox. I haven't even looked at the characters, so we go blind, and in this case, we do it with our friend Vox. It's worth remembering that it also belongs to the Saga label. You are already seeing how Abomination is gaining hemorrhages, forgiveness, hemorrhages, regenerations, and efficiency. Expect that I am going to set the do not disturb mode so that they do not bother us, and you are already seeing how it is gaining improvements, and in this case with Vox, well, we are gaining more power than Vayli. So, we're gonna throw the Super Takeros right now. Let's remember that it is also important to carry an immune to poison in this fight, because otherwise it may be a little more difficult for you because of the abomination that many poisons leave you. Okay, then ready with Vox. The truth is that it is made very easy. You are already seeing how the damage is escalating little by little and simply with regeneration, because we should be far away to prevent it from hitting us. You have already seen how simple this side mission is and how easy it is to develop it. We simply have to catch. There are 3 fights. I think we are now going for Red Guardian, and there we have Mira Chips from the monthly crystal, and we are going to go against Red Guardian, which in this case has that every 2 seconds the defender has a passive efficiency. The blocked attack makes that gains 10% of power, the defender receives 90%, 200 sources, etc. A super attack, while performing the super attack, the attack gains 200% attack power. Every time the defender has had a super attack, we get a super attack. So we are going to try Vox to see how it works, because we may be leaving these massive degenerations as a guardian. Red, here simply a character that generates efficiencies may be coming to us very very well. Any character that generates efficiencies like Duos, like Bishop is worth it. In the end, I give you more characters with which to defeat this character. Red Guardian, you are seeing how we do much more damage with super attack. You have already seen that the pain in this case is not acting on us as much, okay? But it is quite simple. You are already seeing it. We simply have to carry a character that generates efficiencies so that their super attacks are even more strong in the Durs style, in the Bishop style, or something like that, and just sticking and sticking and sticking with this super attack and preventing that good excuse and forcing the Red Guardian who has a super attack so that we can charge the power bar. This is simply how we win the fight, in this case Vox, as it does not have as much attack force due to over attack since it is being a little slower than usual. But you're already seeing which is an easier mission than Kaban usually brings us. Okay, the explanation was very simple and then I'll say it later. When we face Redfall, we have to defeat him with a character from the Saga label, which in this case I recommend that you carry, as you have seen the entire team of Saga characters. To make it much easier, worth monthly crystal, which I suppose will continue to be blocked up to the characters and stars, which already bores me a little because it doesn't benefit us brave people who don't do not have any character if it is included, and we face Rhino, he receives 50% less damage from all sources of all super attacks. There are strong attacks and invocal attacks every 16 seconds. The attack is rooted in the past 4 seconds unless you are performing a super attack when the timer expires. Although the fight, the defender has not taken damage from any source and instead does not store a damage battery. Whenever the defender is knocked down by a super attack, the battery is drained and the defender takes damage instantly. Defender super tarios are passively nested, so be very careful. In this case, we are going to change the gameplay a little. We are going to do it with our own Dattler and has the battery we already saw with Heimdall. Okay, in this case, we only do damage through super attacks, therefore we have to be developing our friend Dattler with the topic of super attacks. The only thing we also have to be very careful with is that routing timer that just goes for us. We might be doing damage with the super attacks, and that routing timer, we have to throw the super attacks just so it doesn't root us. That can be a little annoying. Okay, ready, throw it at me. Be careful with those unblockable super attacks. Okay, I don't want to throw it and it's just coming to hit me. Indeed, come on, it's worth being very careful because you have seen how it has rooted us, but nothing happens because we intercept with over attack. And you have seen the damage we have done. Strong blow, it hasn't hit us, nothing happens. Another strong blow, very good. Let's see if we can go to super attack 2, which in the end is the super attack that does the most damage with Daffler. And be very careful because it is going to root us perfect, and I don't want to throw super attack. Okay, so I want them to root very carefully. That's ready, come boom 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 and boom, ready. 933,000 damage for you to see. Dadler's strength, how wonderful it is. We claim those 1007-star chips and we are leaving now. Yes, against the boss here, I take a short pause. We are going backwards because you are already going to be seeing how here he forces us to treat the Red Hulk with a character from the Saga label. It's worth winning those 27,000 mystery that you're more or less calculating if it happened to me or not. But I'm just in evil, so perfect Red Hulk, friends. At the beginning of the fight and after every second, he began to obtain a 25% robust improvement and a regeneration improvement equal to 25% of his life. If the defender has no impact, the attacker suffers an incineration disadvantage. Once the defender takes an impact while under the effect of an upgrade, you inflict power burner on the attacker for 18%. So in this case, Vox is going to serve us spectacularly. So I recommend a character that is immune to burning powers. It's okay because now there are hits, the combo, the attacker has a permanent energized buff when he takes hits. The attacker loses all energized buffs at the start of the fight whenever the defender has been hit with the first impact. Heavy attack, it gains an indefinite unlockable improvement because in this case, you have to be very careful with that unlockable disadvantage with which you are going to start the network. Hulk, you have already seen how she has hit us but nothing happens because you are already seeing that we have those advantages of energizing. It's okay that just when Red Hulk hits us, he is going to be doing us damage. Worth a lot of care. The only thing we have to know how to play against Red Bull is to force him to throw Super Attack 1, and in this case we have quite a lot of cattle because let's remember that our friend Vox is immune to burning powers himself. Therefore, he is not going to be doing us any type of damage that other characters can. It can work for you. For example, T-Rax. Okay, T-Rax can work very well for you here. After all, he's an immune. Plus powers and burn powers too. The new Phoenix may be working for you too. If I remember correctly, expect me to think of some kind of other cosmic, so the Dedels, for example, may also be working very well for you. Be careful over attack 1 to be able to remove those generation improvements, but it hasn't stuck. Beware of that unstoppable improvement because it may be bothering us a lot. You are already seeing how that unstoppable improvement, we cannot take it away and we may be suffering a little. Okay, we have to dump a relic so we can avoid that improvement. Okay, we have super attack 1 again and we leave the degeneration disadvantages, and all we have to do is give either a hard blow or a super attack to be able to take away that unstoppable improvement and exchange it for a disadvantage. Local handing, and as you just saw and have seen how simple this secondary mission is, in this case we will only have done it 100%. Okay, that is, there is no need to do the other thing, and you are already seeing the prices for tester that are very good. Titan, which is the one of the Titan, and Alpha, sorry, tier dust of tier 2 is okay. So friends, well, I hope you liked the video, Sugi. If you are not, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.